Hello everyone, this is Joey Blight, and today I'm going to go over what the Saint does and tips on how to be the Saint. So the Saint has the power of looking down for about 6 to 7 seconds, and that will give them a 100% clue of one werewolf. To counteract the power of the Saint, if the werewolves can successfully determine who the Saint is, and they unanimously vote on the Saint, the werewolves will win regardless if a werewolf dies or not. So the first rule of Saint, never tell anyone that you are the Saint. There's a couple circumstances where you probably could, but you still run the risk. If you tell a turncloak or a werewolf that you're the Saint, they win. Game over. But if you can combo with a tracker and a watcher and confirm that the person next to you is not a werewolf or turncloak, you could maybe collaborate with them and go, hey, I know who the werewolf is, without too much risk. The second rule is never look down alone. Almost every game I play in, if there is a Saint in the possible roles, someone will bring up, hey, there's a Saint, let's all do a prayer, and you're going to get at least half the people that will look down with you to avoid suspicion. So just wait it out. If no one does bring up, hey, there's a Saint, just casually go, hey, there's a Saint possibly, let's all bow our heads. The first person to say it will usually have the most suspicion as being a Saint, though, so try and have someone else bring that up first. So after looking down, we got the clue on who the werewolf is. Hopefully they lied and didn't just claim villager, because now you can go, hey, I can side with this person because I just trust them more. Or if they claimed houndsman, you know for sure they're not really a houndsman, and you know not to whisper to them. But be careful, once you know your clue, don't be the first person to mark them out. Most often, if you're the Saint and the werewolves have no suspicion at them already, they're going to instantly go, hey, you called me out first, you're a Saint. One strategy that is common played, which won't be able to be used much longer, the more people that know this, if you're the Saint, you can silently mark someone by opening your book and going to mark suspect and placing a suspect marked over the werewolf head. But so many people are catching on to this that the werewolves and deviants will now do that just to throw it off. It still kind of narrows it down, so it's a good way to silently say who a werewolf is, and it can narrow it down to at least 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4. So onto the topic of using your book to mark suspect, be careful when you do it, because depending on where your book is, it's noticeable that you're activating mark suspect, and then you have to look straight at them. So if it's someone to your right or left and they notice you, it's going to be pretty obvious. Or if a turncloak or someone is looking for that Saint to do the mark. So one tip I have for the mark suspect thing is you can activate mark suspect, and you can hold it in play for a bit. You don't have to use it right away. So you can have it ready, casually be scanning back and forth, and then just for a brief second, look at the person that you're going to mark, and then mark them. Another thing is saying, if the town is already narrowing in on the werewolf that you know about, just avoid saying anything. If the town is already going to find that werewolf, you have no reason to say, hey, yeah, they are a werewolf, because I know. At that point, you could probably get away with trying to act like a deviant or turncloak to avoid werewolf votes. So just a reminder, the biggest thing about being Saint is don't openly say that you are one. And that's it for my tips on how to play as a Saint. Thank you all for watching. This is Joey Blight. If you want to see some more, don't forget to subscribe and put a thumbs up. If you want to see me play some live games, go on over to Twitch at Joey Blight. And I hope to see you in a game sometime.
You guys never asked me what I am, but I'm the villager, so you should make me the ringleader.
Let's vote Jonah.
We should.
Jonah's a werewolf.
Jonah just.
Oh, Sammy, wait a second. I'm a watcher. I can't appoint anybody.
Jonah
But you can appoint me, can't you?
About to pretend you're a damn.
I have
werewolf.
to. It's totally Jonah.
I think she is a gossip.
I knew you were a
Joey's totally a
werewolf.
werewolf.
Is there anybody else gonna
And
vote?
Lynch is a villager.
Lynch is probably another werewolf
No,
Joey's
because
totally the werewolf.
What?
you'd whisper to him before you